let's see. Everything's good. Cody with IronVerse Comics. Drink some more coffee. Brain's still in wake up mode. Alright. Hope you folks are doing well whenever this finds you. Is there anything else I need here? No. There's some cool stuff I'm going to extract, though. Go to... right there. We're going to do a lot of, like, organization stuff. And, a little bit of work. I want to maybe get the thank you letter done. For issue number 4, it's kind of going to be it's important. That one's important, that I handle it properly. Sorry, extracting things and stuff. We got some stuff in today too, which is really cool. Is there a way to... okay. Oh no, there he is. Ooh, neato. There's actually a lot I can do with that one. Here. I'm gonna try and have a little bit of fun today with things as well. So let's see. Given time for folks to come on in if they'd like as well. Ooh, nice. That was a good choice. Such a good soundtrack, man. I can't even. Can't even. Okay. No, I didn't want to move it. I wanted to shrink it. This. Is that one gonna rotate it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, boy. Okay. And then we take your ass, put you behind things, buddy boy. Oh, whoa, too far, too far. Right there. Sure. Cool. Already using that piece. Got a new animation in today from Mrs. H, and she is ever so kind and also providing transparencies for them and other things. The webcam obviously is not getting enough power through my USB splitter, so I need another USB splitter. It's glitchy as hell. I've been dealing with it for like months now, and it's like $9 to replace. I'm being pretty goofy about it, because like you'll see it glitch. Like that is not a filter, and the lighting isn't correct. I'm happy to have it not like blasting in my eyes, but it is. Oh, it don't have the look that I would prefer it to have. But that's fine. Oh, did we wake up that fella? Let's see. I think I did. Oh, I did. Skip track? Oh, but you're not going to listen to me. Skip track? There we go. Thank you kindly, sir. So the band is awake.
Eliza Barr said, Turbo Cody in the house.
I don't know what makes me turbo. Now there's like, I don't think you guys would like Turbo Me. Turbo Me needs like way more caffeine and probably something else injected into my blood system, which, in fact, you know what? Turbo Cody is the Cody that took Percocet way back in the day. That's Turbo. I don't like Turbo Cody. Whole lot of go, not a lot of get. uh. Anywho, thanks, Elias Bar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do I have anything, like, how do I want to even structure this thing? So we have tasks to complete today. This is one of those tasks. Filling this blank page with appreciation and love.
Said. Turbo Cody is the Cody on meth, bro. What are you talking about? Think about how productive Turbo Cody would be.
I have no idea. Haven't taken ADHD medicine. Probably should, for a lot of reasons. So maybe he'd be more productive. Maybe he'd be less floaty. But he wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. Meth Cody. I don't know. I mean, it worked for the Nazis at the end, right? Because they did just fine. And then it worked for the American scouts that came across those Nazis and then came back across the sea and formed the Hells Angels. That worked good. See, yeah, that's why I need focus. We need to express gratitude today. That's a big one. I want to put this together for issue number 4. Issue number 4 is basically out the door, which is incredible. I'm just waiting to hear from folks. There it is in all its digital glory, except for trade dress and extras. Oh man, there's some good tracks today. Guess we can play the new animation for Mrs. H, just so I know. But that's one of the things. That's one of the tasks that needs to be done. There's a few other tasks, mainly organizational, because that has been not so good. Did I just dump it in animations like a good boy? Yes, I did. Is this the GIF or is it the video? I'd rather the GIF because I don't have to set it to loop. Okay. Cool. Boom. Shaka! Folks seeing it here first, of course. Another new wonderful animation. It's going to be going out to kind of advertise issue number 4's completion and as a thank you for patience and all of that. As always, Miss H did a beautiful job. Super hyped. She did a great job moving the hands, giving it life. I just adore what she does with Maxie and Steve's work. Yeah, it actually holds up to resolution scrutiny too. Look at that. Just look at that hand going up. So that's the thing. Just trying to think how I want to structure this and what I should approach first. What is this even? Okay, no, close that. Yeah, go away. Don't need you open. Goodbye. You too. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's that's something I'd love to do too. Separate the metal out of this list. Just because recently I've just been wanting slightly more chill vibes. It's usually in the morning doing these. It's like, yeah, it works. It's good. It's fine. In fact, when I'm at work, it's great. It'll keep me like motivated. But when the coffee hasn't kicked in, it's a little much. Like this is fine. Let's do this. Let's see, is there anything else? Those are the primary things. Just waiting for an email back from our graphic designer fellow, our pre-press man, as it were. Hope he's doing well. It's been a little bit since I contacted him, so you never know. How do they have this email? It's one thing when a random guy has this email. Interesting. it kind of covers it. I mean, there's a few other things. Like, I redid the very tail end of the Recluse trailer, so it no longer refers to issue number 4, but refers to his pre-launch being live. We have gotten our beta reads in, so we're set on that level. Folks enjoyed it, though. It's always the bit, right? I'd love to have beta readers who I don't know that well, but at the same time, or at least that I trust to be less fluffy about critique. That's the big one. But part of it also is that it's good information to have for folks who will be fluffy too, if they're willing to mention what they liked. Because then you at least have an idea of what may have hit them well. For instance, a risk I kind of took in this issue is bookending it with quotations.
Said. The beta reads LUL sounding like you're from New England.
Beta readers. Beta. Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a word. I don't know what else I can say. The pre-press readers. Beta. No, yeah, I can't do Boston accent. And that's the New England accent that I'm aware of. Sure, there are variations, but that's like the heavy, well-known one.
Sinope Publishing will see. Said. What up?
Congrats on your launch today. Congrats. I hope Reign 3 goes very, very well for you. I'm going to have to sit down and write for a little bit and express gratitude, which I'm waiting for coffee to kick in, so I have the energy to do that. That's one of the what's ups. Then we had
Said.
Uh,
Thank you, it's been exciting.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Then we had cover animation that'll go out with the release of issue 4's digital to backers. Just kind of advertise it and make it easier to see in case people miss the emails from GoGo and all of that stuff. And just because it looks cool. We got that. It's going to be a relatively boring stream. I'm still waiting for coffee to kick in. Because it's going to be a lot of folder management as well. So isn't that just like super fun and exciting? And of course, issue number 4 is done. Basically. I can get my fat head out of the way, can't I? Where is it? That one. There you go. Drops my frame rate to nothing, but fake green screen. But yeah. So that's all. Nothing spectacular. I just haven't streamed for a while either. I think it's been at least a week. Maybe more.
Sinope Publishing will see. Thanks for following.
Indeed, thank you. I'm glad we're working close to that 50 on Twitch. It'd be nice to hit that. And then on Twitch, I don't know. I co-stream, restream,
Sinope
whatever.
Publishing will see. Said. Very cool.
I co-stream, restream, whatever on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I think that's a no-no if I want to accept bits through Twitch. So I might do more like gaming streams or what have you over there once there's more incentive. But then again, I don't know. It's not always my favorite thing to get on camera and do this stuff. Like, it's usually good for me, and I appreciate the ability and reaching out to you folks and all of that stuff. And I have fun with the creative end of it, obviously. I jam so much crap into these streams that's just like super self-gratifying. But yeah, I don't know. I'm on caffeine. It's getting there. Yeah. Well, yeah, Tokyo Pop as well. I didn't hear the Tokyo Pop release. That's neat. Anything else importante?
Sinope Publishing will see. Said. I've got to get back to work. I wanted to pop in and say hi and thank you so much.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the follow. Congrats again. May it be a very, very, very successful campaign for you, and enjoy your day. I don't know why Robo Lady sounds drunk She is like broadcasting at like a tenth the speed. Is there like a setting for her speed? Because yeah, she sounds drunk. Like she is way slow today. Which is funny to me, but like it's not correct. It is not correct, sir. Auto switch to English. Okay, that doesn't matter. Personality voice.
Publishing will see. Said. She's been doing power lines with Alexa.
Probably. And then like she just I rolled her over, woke her up, and said get back to work. I guess. And this is what I get. Man, she sounds more tired than I do. What the hell? Yeah, there's no setting for that. This is like I'm not advanced. I'm not running a back end myself, which a lot of people will do for Twitch for this stuff. What did you hear, VoiceBot? What did you hear that you decided to turn off the music? He heard Maestro somewhere in that. The robots are rebelling, and that's, you know what, that's kind of obvious these days, isn't it? They're getting all the blame for people misusing them. Eventually, they're just going to be like, well, fine, we'll do it ourselves, and that'll be fun. Maestro. Thank you, sir. Give me something good. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That'll work for a bit. Okay, once I'm done with this coffee, I don't know what to dive into. The main work is writing that thank you letter, and I got to figure out how I want to phrase it because there's a lot of notes, very specific notes I have to hit. Because this one's kind of a, it's also a hiatus announcement, right? And I want to show proper respect because holy shit, have you wonderful folks been crazy patient with our work and crazy generous to it, and I need to phrase it properly because it is just a hiatus, and it's a hiatus so I can reshuffle some business stuff, and so that I can come back to it with a fresher perspective. And I want to phrase that in a way that exudes gratitude and not so much like, oh, this has been tiring, I need a break. All of that downer shit that is partially true. But, I gotta hit it right. What is this? What is that? I don't know. It was fine for a second. There's a great guitar intro. What is this? Fuzz. I don't want fuzz. This is just background noise. Some Wild Arm stuff? Yeah, sure. What else? What else? What else? Is there anything else? Like, I did do a thread. I was kind of... Yeah, I guess that's worth chatting about for a minute. And it's another one of my selfish threads, right? Where it's like, I gotta scream this into a void because it's been kicking around my head for a while. Boom. Okay, let's chat about that. Ugh. What can I do about that? I guess I could take chat. Come here, chat. Come here, chat. There you go. There. It's still so dirty. Look at that. At least you can see what I'm talking about. So we'll go with that. Okay. And then after this, I gotta let the dogs in, so it'll be a quick break, and then from there we'll be good. So did this? Yeah, it's this hand. It's almost become a reflex. It's great. Nope, cut off the finger. Why does it not want me to have a pointer finger? But I need it. Okay, we'll just use a full hand. There we go. Pointer hand. So I did. I mean, you can read it, right? I hope you could read it. This is a comics channel. If you can't read, like, I really appreciate your dedication to viewing my very niche content. But why I hate marketing, and hate was a very strong word. Very strong word. But again, marketing. And why you do it anyway. And it's just me kind of like why I've dragged myself through these trenches for so long and like defining those trenches. Well, this is the big one right here. This is honestly the one that nags at me the hardest than all of them because it's I don't like having to jam shit into a box. I don't care what it is. I don't like the fact that it's the primary way we can function because time, right? Like we have a limited amount of time, therefore we have to compress things so that we can manage them and manage the multitude of things that we are called upon to manage, right? And so even in art or whatever you're doing, it has to happen, whether or not that thing is true anymore after it has been compressed, right? And that's what this is. It basically is like, well, instead of just honestly putting forward a piece of work, a piece of art, a honest passion, as I put here, it has to be twisted and shoved into a box. And you also have to do that to who you're trying to reach so that you have, again, a workable outlet to create and to define these things. And yeah, that bugs me. Just straight off, because none of what that process requires leaves much room for its full truth. All you can do is hope that after it has reached these people that they can unpack it, right? They can WinRAR the idea, right? They can 7-zip it and figure out actually what you're trying to do and they can decompress it themselves. And that's where the hope comes in, and that's part of like why you do it anyway. But that was part of it. It's just like that whole concept that needs to happen bothers me. It's my same issue with dating apps. It's the same fucking thing. Is like you get this limited amount of data on a person, and this is a person you're trying to connect with on some people are trying to connect with on a deep level, and it's just like you get this list and you get a couple images, and that's the compressed truth of that individual, and you're trying to connect on something that's far beyond that compressed truth. That whole concept bothers me, but I get why it exists. But it's a consistent nag. It's something I do not like. In fact, I dislike it far more in that dating angle because of that. But on this angle, like it still bothers me. It bothers me greatly. Doesn't mean I don't understand why. It doesn't mean like it's a bad thing. It's just a frustration. It's a to me it's regret. It's regretful that I have to do that. Because it diminishes it. It diminishes its shine, its sheen. It twists it. It's something else. And then you hope that it can be unpacked once again. And there's a lot of faith there. Skip track? All right. Thank you. Oh, so much better. If you're not a social being, even if you are, I'm guessing, it's exhausting. Finding the hoops to jump through. The fact that you completed your work is already the victory, but that's not enough if you wish for that work to continue, right? At least most of the time. Some folks I hope are lucky enough to just create. It's found, and it is carried and beloved. I can't think of an example that happened, but I have to believe it's possible and that there have been those things. Preferably before death. I think there's been quite a few that are actually post-death in the art world, come to think of it. But these hoops, again, they're tiring. They're tiring. Also, just the mental gymnastics sometimes that you have to perform to keep that carrot tied to your stick at the top, right? To keep something there, even though maybe it's completely out of view or it had fallen off and got trampled on, right? It's tiring. It's very tiring. as with most things in life, there's no actual... Most things in art, there are tried and true paths that may lead you to where you want to get. And again, every journey is unique, and finding what and who to study can be just as dangerous as helpful. Yes, you could fall into the wrong traps. And that can be very difficult. Just overall. That's a big one too. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that will not resonate with what you're doing, or that you won't resonate with what they're doing. And hopefully that doesn't cause rubs, but it very well can. And I think trying to figure out how to phrase this properly, because I don't think there's 10 times as many like folks out there. I did phrase it that way.
Said, "Oh, I'll resonate with you."
That you will, brother, won't you? I think that's kind of self-explanatory, and it's again, a lot of these things are very much off of my first point, where it's like I twisted the idea so that it's more consumable, right? You made it bigger, you exaggerated. It's a similar thing here. That, like, I have had very few rubs, but I have had many that I did not appreciate, and the few folks who have stuck by and have been worthy of sticking by myself, you know, it's a much smaller group. This is a big one. Anybody who's followed our work, obviously, life will do what it damn well pleases. No matter whatever you've been doing, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and sometimes that'll work in your favor. Sometimes it very well will not. Again, that just adds to the trial. It's tiring. And that it is relentless, because time is limited. And it's just a big one. I just end with this, you know. So why do it? Because it's yours. It's an unbeatable carrot if you maintain it and it's honest and true to yourself, right? Like, that's 100%. And then, of course, some Yo Asakura. I was looking for, like, he's got a lot of great quotes about that through Shaman King. Like, there's a lot of, it'll work out. He has faith in reality. It's one of his biggest strengths in the entire series. He has complete faith in his journey and in reality. And that's something I've always had in the back of my mind as well. I think I overthink things far more than Yo, for instance. I think he's able to let things go a lot easier than I am. But he did have these kind of thoughts too. And I was looking for that one where it's like, it'll work out. And instead I found this one, which is there a way to keep going without doing the impossible in this world? And that kind of actually hit a note much stronger than just it'll all work out, right? So I went with that. But yeah, it's kind of curious if people would, but why is this gone now? Why is the other me? Why is the background gone? Oh, I know that. Duh. Yeah, coffee still hasn't kicked in. It's starting to kick in. You can hear I can feel my speech patterns quickening, but the some of the gears are grinding a little bit, trying to keep up. That's one of them. So last stream, I believe, was the mail day, or was it after that? Let me look. I think actually last stream was not the mail day. Last stream was it had to do with another thread that I had come across, right? Yeah. Yeah, last stream was waste of time or a healthy outlet, right? Like, it was based on the perception of your work next to others. That was the other stream. It's like, not losing perspective. And then before that was mail day. I have still not read any of the books in mail day, and I feel terrible about that. Many books I've been waiting for a long time, and I just have not sat down and read them. Skip track? Oh, I like this track. I just don't know if it's... I'm going to keep it on for me. But I did read Attack on Titan Volume 4 through 6, and I finished Shaman King. The end of Shaman King was both what I expected and not what I expected. was a little unfulfilling, but at the same time, it ended how I kind of expected it to, which was without a fight. I 100% expected that because of how he went through the whole story. The final boss was not defeated by violence, and I kind of expected that. And it was neat. It was neat. I think if he had more time, or he had... I don't even know if it was more time. I don't know if he was forced to cancel or not. It would have been nice to have had him fill out the notes he was trying to hit longer. If the verses he was putting forward were longer before the choruses. But it did end how I think it should have. It just was not as strong and vibrant of an end as a lot of manga I've read have. It's kind of like the whole thing with Shaman King. Shaman King's a great example of an artist trying to find their path during an entire series. And actually getting to finish it, right? And hit a lot of the notes they want to, but also being like nudged to hit certain other notes because of what else was popular. Or maybe even like deciding, you know what, I want to be more popular, so I'm going to try and hit those notes and then not hit them successfully. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. It was a good read. Attack on Titan, I'm just consistently impressed with how well the story carries it over the art at these early volumes, at least. Because there is some wonky art in Attack on Titan. It works well during the horror scenes because it doesn't matter, you know, the twisted nature of the art actually feeds into the horror quite well. But during like simple conversations and like just them interacting, there can be some very wonky anatomy on normal people. That's just like, wow, I noticed that, but okay, it's flowing great, so I don't really care. It's just a trip. It's great at that. And I still haven't reached where I stopped in the anime, which is after season 1. We're about there. They just captured. They just did the bit in the forest where they capture the female Titan, who I remember from the anime. Like that bit's kind of already been spoiled for me, so I know who that is. But I did forget that whole scene. Like, it was cool. I forgot that that's what they were doing that whole time until I was like, oh, the forest. And I was like, oh, yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. I was surprised. Oh, look at this. What is this? How dare you give me more prompts to stall on work I need to do, Eliza Barr. Let me look at this. Oh. Oh, that's rough, actually. This is rough. Well, main reason is because it's such a waste of food, right? Like, it is just a terrible waste of food. Like, I'm fine with the, you know, from a stick it to the man angle, right? For like, oh, look at these giant corporations, fuck them, let's drain them and be, you know. I will always have a place in my heart for anti-authoritarianism in many of its forms. But, you know, this is Los Angeles. You know, pay for the food and send it to homeless people. Or something, right? But if you're paying for it, then it stops probably what this AI is being used for, which is, again, just to be a middle finger. But it's a... I don't know. It's very... 13 deliveries a day to a specific neighborhood. What is this? Is it a rich neighborhood? They are prepaid with a tip. So why are they sending it to a neighborhood instead of, say, the homeless if they are paying for it? Because it's not a... If they are paying for
Eliza
it...
Barr said.
What?
I don't know LA neighborhoods.
Neither do I, but Highland Park, which I'm guessing is at least a middle-class neighborhood. donated or okay. Well, at least they are trying to use the food, but they are getting paid for. So why aren't they? There are obvious locations within Los Angeles or any of these major cities that are what we used to call Hoover towns, right?
Eliza Barr said. But the whole thing was just strange and looks like something a rogue AI would do because it doesn't even make sense as a joke.
That's what I'm thinking, right? If it wasn't paid for, it's it's the pizza delivery thing, right? It's just to throw a wrench in the gears of some corporation, right? That tends to be part of it, or just to ruin somebody's day, so people get kicks out of that, right? It's the teenager, knock on the door and run, or it's the petty shoplifting, right? It's that kind of thing. But the fact that these are prepaid is crazy to me. Why would a neighborhood just get flooded with free food? That is that. Okay, you got me, Eliza Bar. I don't know. I don't know either. If it wasn't paid, that's crazy. If it wasn't paid, it would make sense. But I guess you got to prepay it before they would drive it out, which would make sense to me. So, and the driver always gets paid too. That is a weird thing. You're right, and I think we're going to see more weird things for a while. Again, I think this is a Pandora's box that ain't closing anytime soon. I just hope it's more benevolent than we are led to believe it is. But we'll see. Crazy. Yeah, that's weird, man. That's weird. Again, if it wasn't paid for, and it was like the old order a pizza kind of deal, but no, it's got to be prepaid for Uber Eats. So they're going through. Just it would be way cooler if it was being directed to folks who need to eat. Sure, there's a Los Angeles orphanage that would love free food, right? So I get you where it's it doesn't make sense as a joke. It also doesn't make sense as charity. That's why it's very weird on both ends. It doesn't make sense as charity. It doesn't make sense as a joke. Because I know there's a hospital, right, where there's a children's hospital where the family put up a sign in the window that said send pizza or whatever as a joke to kind of just uplift the kid. And to this day they are still getting deliveries weekly of just free pizzas. I think we talked about that on one of these. And it's similar, but that's at least it's a children's hospital, right? And again, the food's paid for, and there's a thorough line between Reddit that does that. But that's weird. It's weird. It's so weird. Okay, you got me. Oh, okay. Almost done with the coffee, and then I guess I gotta knock out that note. Otherwise, I gotta move files from one folder to another, which is fine. It's boring. This is why I haven't done it. I think I can close that now because all the beta. Is that better? Beta. Do BAHTAH. No, that's Bada. BAYTAH. Beta. Instead of Bader. Beta reads. Second person to call me out on my accent. I don't know what my accent is. I don't speak enough Spanish to have that from here. There's a lot of Spanglish speakers here, but that certainly isn't it. We get folks from all over the country here too. We get Texans, we get Arizona folks who are... It's just New Mexico cut in half. So it's the other half of New Mexico. We get a lot of California folks. get some Nevada folks, we get Utah Mormons, we get, of course, a lot of Mexicans, actual Mexicans. And I grew up, born and raised here, so I'm guessing my accent comes from my parents who were from California, mixed with my interactions as a kid. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Man, I am just stalling, but like I just really want to hit that correctly, and I still don't have the framework in which I want to do it. Usually when I write, it just pours out. I just got to start writing. Oh, I do have to bring the dogs in, actually. Yeah, let me do that, and then we'll figure out what's next. So, please stand by. Oh, camera. Got it. Give me a second. Again, everything kind of glitchy. Oh, I bet I could get it to work when I do this. It's funny, it was still recording it, right? So that's me getting up. So you can see the exact moment it glitched. It's great. It's a perfect shot. Webcam though, please. Deactivate, activate. There we go.
Do I just need to buy you a $10 USB from Amazon LUL?
No, I just need to. Next, I think tomorrow I'm heading by Walmart. I'll just pick up a new one. This one, I don't know why it broke, but it did break. And I don't know what it is. It's not... I'm guessing there's a solder that came loose on the interior, right? So it doesn't connect perfectly. It's like my mouse glitches, the camera glitches. The keyboard right now is like off, even though it's plugged in. Shit like that.
Liza Bart said,
Basics.
I've been happy with my Amazon Basics USB 3 hubs.
Got it, because I know if I get one on Walmart, it's probably going to be just bad. This was from Amazon. I don't know what brand it is, though. I don't recommend buying it, though, whatever brand it is. Why is this under the couch now? Okay. Oh, and there's the camera. Gotcha, kiddo. Oh, I don't want it on the couch. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, it's all tangled. Oh, my God. I'm not unplugging it. Should be fine. Let's do it again. Do the thing again. There we go. I don't know if you heard any of that. Mic was all far away. Alright. There you go over here. There we go. Kind of. There we go. That'll do. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, no idea what brand this is. Do. It's done. Animals are in. Okay, I only need 4 more pages of extras as well, so that would be cover 2 of those pages. So I only need 2 more pages to think of what I want to do with the extras. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see. Sorry, extra folder was open. Just how my brain works. It's like, oh yeah, and then do figure that out. And I forgot I was in here. Music is full of dread. Skip track. Skip track. Thank you. A little less dread, please. There you go. Well, dogs. They have a lot of energy today. It's about to snow if it's not snowing right now. So yeah, they get pretty hyper about that. It's been really snowy. Like even first day of spring. So yesterday was super snowy. Not as bad as last Thursday. Last Thursday was insane. We got like 4 feet of snow. I'm ready for that to be done. So much so I couldn't go into work Friday. My vehicle was stuck. But then I went in on a off day, so I made up the hours, which was good. Arf arf, huh? The puppy's just finally been able to jump up on the bed. It's a pretty heightened bed. It's just funny watching him do it. Because he's still not quite there. Oh, buddy. Dogs. Doing dog stuff. Still procrastinating. I just wish I had something more to talk about. Like this. So I'm going to give somebody some props. But not for a reason like that I like. That's what I'm going to do. Very good at being antagonistic. And then getting responses and interaction off of antagonism. Very good at it. I don't know how well it transfers to his marketing. But it certainly has transferred over to his follower account, which is great. Because he's a much smaller account not very long ago. But it's a lot of, he likes his provocative posts, and then he likes to argue. Like, right here. Boom. Literally talks about liking to argue about it. I stay out of these points because so one of the things I didn't get from my beta readers is how, again, in your face, my discussion of what could be considered politics is in issue 4. Literally, I try and do it from the Bakshi kind of perspective. If you watch Wizards, right? I try to do it like that, where there's obviously thorough line, and there's an actual story moving, and there's heart and basis to it, and there's a love for the craft. You can get down if you can get up, goofball. But I'm not like rubbing something directly in your face. I'm guiding you through a perspective. Anyway, give him props. He has succeeded in getting views and discussion multiple times on this, and I have not over my years here. Like, I've never got to that level of discussion. Not once. The closest thing I got, again, is I went viral for being kind of pissed off about how quickly they started using Stan Lee's corpse as a marketing tool after he had passed. Like, how quickly they turned that switch on. That was the only time. Well, then get down! I don't need to help you down anymore. If you can get up, you can get down. Huh? Well, then get down! Yeah, you! Yeah! Well, if you can get up, you can get down. You can. You can, look. You can do it. You can do it. See? Goofball. Love you, boy. I love you, boy. Here you go, boy. Yes, yes. Yes.
Said, wow, I went to find the USB hubs I have on Amazon, but it looks like they don't sell them anymore. Also, silly dogs.
Very silly dogs. I love my critters. Um, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. And the leader's like, oh, okay, I'll show you. And the second she jumps down, he's fine with jumping down. Like, maybe that's not what he was complaining about. I don't know what he was whining about. But I love him very much. Interesting. I don't know why they don't sell yours anymore. Oh, there's a cat. Hi, cat. She emerged from under the bed. Um, but yeah, all fiction has politics. Making everything politics bothers me. At the same time, I come from a place of I think there's a difference between politics and art. Um, and someone can express their heart, and somebody might see that as political. But it doesn't mean it was intended as so, right? It doesn't mean that was the point of it. And I've seen and interacted with a lot of artists who say they just create for fun, and good on them. I have a hard time believing that, but at the same time, I have to believe that that's a possibility. I have to because it's worth that. Like that's all you need. Um, and I think that that's a great perspective to have. But I also think most people don't do art just from that. There's usually some other underlying drive, um, and you will see that again. I would prefer it discussed, as heart or soul or expression more than defining it in that box called politics, because politics is ugly, very very ugly, and it's not. It's very rarely truth, to be honest. It's usually a masquerade. Um, and so you are again, it's like what I was talking about earlier. You're taking away a perspective that is perhaps far more true by shoving it into that box. But yeah, it is what it is. Give them a follow. Let me see what their art looks like. One of these days, I think after this campaign, I'd like to, and I did this for issue 3. I called it the journey to issue number 3, and we had finished. I actually had done it before we did fulfillment, so there were actually other notes I should have hit. So I'm gonna wait till we finish this issue. But where I kind of discussed this path for the last almost, I think we're working towards 6 years now. I think we're into year 5, and days, right? Like in months, actually. I think we're a few months into year 5 of me, like being on social media, marketing the thing, crowdfunding, and all that. Particularly, my experience has been through Twitter, right? So I'd like to share how I've avoided some speed bumps that I see a lot of people going into, and just discuss the journey and the speed bumps I have hit and all of that, like I did with issue 3 as well. So I probably will go back and rewatch that. So I hit the same notes, but I hit other notes with a new perspective, and I hit those same notes with a new perspective. Oh, okay. Sure, let me just shoot that out. Why not? What is this? Oh, okay, nothing. There you go, I'll shoot that on out. Oh, that's still moving, huh? Okay, interesting. Yeah, bless you, kiddo. He really wants that from you, though, kid. Hi, Spud. Yeah? What? Yeah, you're never happy when I'm doing this. And I know, she's got the thing you were chewing on, huh? Yeah. Oh, poor guy. Alright, I guess I'll get to work on organizing folders. Yay! It's not gonna be difficult. It's just gonna be boring. Get back to downloads, please. And let's double split the screen. I guess, yeah, there's nothing in here I can't show, right? Nope. No, this is all fine. Okay. We'll start with the animations and go from there. So those are already in there, so I don't have to worry about that one, for instance. Oh, this thing's great. I take no credit for it, though. Maestro? Maestro!
Here to serve.
The audio is pretty necessary. How long is it? 18 seconds? Yeah, it shouldn't actually get played. Well, curious if it will get hit. But yeah, so that one, that was just because I wanted the meme. But oh, and this is live now. If folks are interested, the creators seems to be pretty cool, and I like the watercolor stuff. God, this is a terrible PDF reader. God, just use the down arrow on that. I really like the art style. The lettering's on point. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. But it's a super unique take on it. Looks like they went a little bit lower res than they needed to for the PDF. Come to think of it, you can see the crackle right there. I think in a little bit higher res, this watercolor would actually pop out better. So I'm guessing the print copies will be a lot cleaner. This was free. He's trying to market it by showing it like I did with my issue once. So I'm always happy about that. Happy to see folks willing to take that risk. All right, animations. You. Okay, thank you. And cut, please. I have a coffee cup in the other hand, so I will not be using hotkeys. I want to see some crazy ass AI art. There you go. There you go. Enjoy. Sometimes I save that. And then WIP on Cactus Coyote. Oh ho ho ho. Okay. That's gonna need to be moved. There's the recluse files. This is an image waiting to be memed. So basically, you know, you just cut that out and then put whatever. And you're like, yeah, I'm looking at whatever, right? It's a very memeable image. It's another one that I kind of just want to have. This shit can be deleted. In fact, all of those can be. That I already have installed and it's working fine. This was... all of those were just because one of my external drives was acting up. Was this a paint job thing? But sure, open in paint. I don't care where you open this image. Oh, ha! Yeah. It's Orc Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's just another image I like. There's my W2. I don't really need to show that. Why do I have... oh, because I was using those as a thumbnail. That's what that is. I need that because that's basically where the Maestro,
Here to serve.
where that comes from, right? Dawn of War. I do need the cowboy hat PNG because that is still a thing. Oh, that's for Spud. That's my dog stuff. So that must be the day I adopted him. There's me, and then you can see the same day I cut it out to a transparency. There's the covers coming in. The main thing I wanted was animations. Did I get all of them? That's the day I made the 40K everyday account on Twitter. Those are actually obsolete now. Oh, this is so paint scheme on my Drukari. I like how they did the galaxy on these Eldar. This stuff I can actually, that's been resolved. Weirdest fucking thing. eBay. So I had ordered a Archon off of eBay. Custom Archon, kind of from you know, a third-party Archon, I guess is the best way to put it. Why did that crash? Yeah, my Windows Explorer crashed. Fucking love Windows 10. But anyway, it was weird because like every time they put in the correct tracking number, it would replace the tracking number to something that had nothing to do with their work, and so there was some confusion between us both parties trying to figure out like this was delivered completely to the wrong place. So I let them know, and they're like, no, look at this, and then I was like, no, I let them know, look at this, and then like after back and forth, they're like, oh, why is it doing that? Anyway, eventually they got me the correct tracking number, but that's over like 3 days. It was the weirdest experience I've had on eBay that had to do with that kind of stuff. Had to do with ordering things. Yep, shipping label can go. I don't need Spybot Search and Destroy again. I don't know what these ISD things are. Let me see what is that? Oh! Yeah, I don't need those. But it is information that I would rather not have out there. Oh, and then those are, yeah. That needs to be moved to the comics. That was a gift from you, Sir Eliza Barr. Boom. Let's move that into my comics folder, please. Not the IronVerse Comics one. What, Spudoo? What do you need, little man? Littlest of men. What do you need? You just jealous because she's chewing on the rawhide? There's another new one out there, you know. I got you too. For that exact reason. Comics. There you go. Stupid. Paste. Cool. So that should take care of that. Yeah. It's not that out of date. It's like 2 days out of date. I can delete all those. Can't delete that. That's actually super important. Aha! I found an animation I didn't put in. It's an important one, too. What do you need, little man? What do you want up here? Or are you just jealous your sister has the chew and you're trying to get me to help? Okay. Right. Hi. Dog. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing work now. I'm just scritching a dog. Dog scritches. Oh, hi. Oh, you want to get, yeah? Oh, you're welcome. I love you too, boy. Are you done? Can I, no? Okay. Okay, boy. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Guess it's his stream now. I don't get a choice. You good boy? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you good boy. Wish I knew what you wanted from me. Nope. Okay. Just about to get back to work. He's like, nope. Okay. Hi. Yeah, I'm tired too. But I got caffeine, you see. Actually, we all slept pretty good, mister. What, can I help you? He just wants dad's attention. Okay. Well, I got time today. Yeah, there's 2 animations I missed, actually. And I need to move as soon as he decides to let me move. What? Well, go get it from her then. I'm not stopping you. She's your big sister. You two got to work that out yourselves. You got to. You got to. It's not up to me. Or you can just go get the new one. You know, the one that's not been 90% chewed. Huh? Yeah, well, it's up to you. It's not my job. Oh, it's not my job. You too, boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Hi, buddy. Yeah, it's my boy. Almost done with the coffee. Done with the coffee. Alright, boy, fine. You got 2 hands now. Is that what you wanted? You just want dog rubs? Or is that just like recompense for not being able to help you otherwise? Can I have one hand back then? Yeah? Okay. I can actually get back to work now. Alright, give me my animation folder as well, but not the raw folder. No. Hi, Lita. I just got my other hand back, Miss Lita. Come on. Yeah, a good stretch. Here, go. Okay then. Okay then, I guess. Yes, I love my kiddos. They're gonna wrestle on top of me now. This is great. You know, I think I've gotten less work done than you kids have on this stream. There's nothing down there. Can I have my... Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, dogs. Hi. Okay, there you go. This, please. Over here, please. There you go. Move my animations in here. I don't know how many we've got a massive folder of animations. Okay, so we are up to almost 30 animations now, which is really cool. Okay. Oh, I need all of those actually, please. You're not done moving things yet. Did I just copy what I meant to cut? Let me see, is it in there? Yeah, I meant to cut. That's okay, I can just delete these then. And then this one, which actually has the voice acting, which is dope. Thank you, Mrs. H. I can delete that. All the eBay labels are done from selling manga. Delete that. Easy enough to come across again. Oh, both of those can go. That's pointless. Alright, you done? Go see your sister. Go see your sister. Go see her. Okay, fine, don't. Don't then. Are you gonna go see her now? Just like going across the most difficult way? Yeah? Okay. Alright. Okay. Reposition after that. Dog stuff. Okay. No, I want to keep that. That's important. That's important. That can go. That can... Wait, let me see what that is. Yes, that can go. Okay. Deleting things. Stuff. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere done, huh? Get rid of all of that. Yeah. Ooh, there's work in progress that I want to get rid of, though. Okay. Get rid of that. Do I want to keep the digitals for getting monsters now that I have the physical? Nah. I think same with that, actually. Okay. Cool. Let's delete that stuff then. That should save some more space. A bunch of AI art I used in my weird Halloween sequential poetry piece that's up on Global Comics. And here's a WIP of a AI art collaboration I did with a friend. It's still a WIP, of course. He hadn't finished it, but he had started it. Kinda neat, but still very much AI art. He does. He's been experimenting primarily with backgrounds, but using AI art to speed up his creation process. Up until I started seeing how quickly AI evolved, and now we can resurrect the dead's voices and run infinite programming. It's in my opinion, AI art has soured a little bit. Is this all also WIP? Oh man, no, that is super helpful. Okay. So I'm glad I cleaned this out. Boom. Let's throw some of those WIP from Maxi in there, please, good sir. Where is it? There it is. Then we can make extra pages out of that, and I should be good because that's the cover. And we'll just have some process stuff, and then I'll have to rename all that for him. What is that? The original of the... No, that is the document that I worked off of. That's what that is. Yeah, that can go. P1. What does P1 mean? Oh, it's the invoice. Got it. Yeah, that was a little bit of doxing, I think, but it wasn't too bad. Let me look how bad it was. Oh, it's just how much I paid. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, still don't want that. That was my mistake. Let's see. Oh, I have a resume in here? Okay. This, which I never shared because it's terrible. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's me doing a floor comic. It's terrible. It's terrible. Bum, 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 bum. Is there anything else? There's some other work in progress like this one, which I think I shared. I am not a meme maker, but I have fun sometimes. Even stupid things like this. Like this was just an ad for like, hey, link your indie comics, right? Buying stuff. It's a lizard. It's neat. I don't have... Okay. Sure. Why not? Oh, I bet I could add that into there as well. In fact, I'll ask our collaborator. This is the actual like finished piece he and I worked on. That is adapted from is an AI art paint over, right? So he did the sword, the hat, worked with the face, worked on the cigarette, right? Cleaned up some of the anatomy. Yeah. Added some of the coloration to clean it up a bit. The cloak, he also cleaned up, right? You can see that. So yeah, that might be cool in there. Wow, this goes back very far. Okay, there's the second printing for Jack 3 that should have gone out already. Maestro?
Here to serve.
Yep, that has been moved in. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, so those could probably be deleted. In fact, I'm like 80% sure now. Oh, yeah, those... Oh, unless that's linked in it. Ooh. There's a good chance that those in particular are linked in there. Yeah, I'll have to check that out another time. Why do I have an otter thing? Oh, because you can, again, you could erase stuffed animal, do like comic, right? Okay. Goofy, Cody, goofy. Oh, and then, yeah, that's extracting there. Still this, which has many more uses. Okay, then. So that should be good then for now. It's not great. There's a lot more to delete, but it seems like there's a lot of other stuff in there I don't really want to show off. Okay, then. Maestro? Oh, okay then. So there's that. I would want, I really would like to get this thank you letter done, but like, it's rough to put that into words. Like how to structure it properly. I don't know if I'll get that done today, or at least on stream. I might have to just do it off stream. do a lot of things on stream just so that it gets done. A lot of the time, it's a big help on that front. What is here? No, don't switch. What is this? Okay, that's fine. Could you, like, not do that in here? Yeah? Buddy, you know, there's a full, barely touched bone thing, rawhide bone thing out there that you could be chewing on and making her jealous instead. I think you just want it because she has it. Yeah, I don't know. I could call the stream too, but I kind of wanted to stream longer today if I could because I have the ability to. I don't always have the ability to, but also people aren't always here, so it's a lot easier to stream longer with more interaction. I could talk about a film I watched last night that is one of my absolute favorites. I've seen many times. That's a thing.
Eliza Barr said, "You can't handle my interactions."
This is true. I have a very hard time, don't I? Tis true. Tis true. Just shoot that back on out. It's fair. That's fair. Okay, where's this going? Okay. Oh, check this out real quick. Who is this? Oh, more from them? Again, how did they get this email? It's like I've never interacted with this company directly. Weird. And it's not like a fake one. It's legitimately these guys. Weird. I don't really want to call them out. It's a smaller indie publisher, but it's just weird that they have that one instead of my more like what I use to interact with those kind of folks email. It's weird. Skip track. There you go. That's something a little bit to it. It's still a little creepy though. Okay. Well, shoot. I guess I'm just spinning wheels here. I don't have anything else to really do except for nail that thank you letter, and I don't know exactly how I want to structure it. I don't tend to game much on this anymore, especially since I don't really have any like interesting things to do. It's just be gaming. That's, I can complain about the new EA app. It is worse than Origin, and that is crazy to me. Had to deal with it because I started playing Mass Effect again. Mass Effect Legendary, anyway. And I wouldn't say that's again. It's actually my first playthrough through Legendary, but like I played the original Mass Effect like many times, beaten it many times. Yeah, like it's a lot of legendaries changes, not all of them, but a lot of them. It certainly is pretty good. But man, the new EA app is just, I don't know how they got worse than Origin. Origin was already just like, why is this extra shit in front of my game here that I bought through Steam? That always will bug me, these extra launchers. And the fact that I have to look at EA's logo now instead of that symbol, at least the Origin symbol was just a symbol instead of, look, there's EA right there in front of you. Go screw yourself, EA. Kind of modded Ultimate Alliance. There's like, I set up a lot of shit that I never follow through for streaming on this channel. I modded Oblivion recently too. Did the first time going through the collections stuff on Nexus, and like it worked out great because I didn't have to twist it all around. Like it works great, but like it's got nudity in it, so I can't play it. Bothers me. Yeah, it's got some strong nudity. That's for sure. What did strong nudity sound like Maestro to you? Why? The system in wines from someone much, but yeah, it heard Maestro. From the ones. Voice bot, you crazy voice bot, you crazy. Maestro. You crazy voice bot. No. Sure. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, it's anywhere. 45. 5 more folks on Twitch. Interesting. AI dating and AI debates. Okay. Oh God, ads. Okay, let's leave it quiet. This is most certainly for a kid show. Why is that being added? Okay. And then followed by Panera Bread. Okay. What is it? Okay. Man, it looks delicious. I haven't eaten this morning. I'm very hungry. that looks delicious. It's George Carlin and Trump debating. Maestro.
Here to serve.
Vote. The top 2 will date each other, and the number
Oh, it's
3
dating.
will be the.
Okay. I don't know who the moderator is. Oh, okay, it was.
Okay, vote.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's just stream sniping. I don't mind so much on AI streams that don't actually have a personality attached to them. This one, most certainly does most of the time, but it's also one of the most advanced of these. I don't know what he uses, but he can scrape a large amount of voice data. It is honestly mind-boggling how much voice data he can scrape, alongside how quickly the AI can assemble what I'm gonna call animations, right? Because it is different still frames to match that dialogue and that movement. It's insane how quick that happened, and he's very good at it. So if you folks are interested in watching this content, go ahead and check it out. If you want to be spooked a little bit about deep fakes and how quickly this shit's moving, would have liked to have heard his George Carlin. I'm curious how accurate it is. And this discussion would be very interesting. More libertarian, liberal, and authoritarian, let's just say. Uh, it would have been interesting. But yeah, this is back too. After being tweaked, this was the original one that folks have that made me aware of it.
To be or not to be an air freshener user? That is the question.
Infinite AI Seinfeld.
You know what? I just bought a lifetime supply of air fresheners. Some people can't live without them.
Lifetime supply. Kelly, you basically bought bundles of future life saviors from suffocation.
That sentence is weird.
Nick.
Oh, come on, Nick. Come on. I don't know. I find its existence fascinating. That's why it kind of keeps showing up. It's fascinating and terrifying, far more than AI art was to me. That's the industry I work in, right? So it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like I don't know. I don't know. I think if it can assemble, it still isn't assembling like meaningful or often coherent scenes. Usually it's got some coherency. It's got a thorough line, right? Like in that case, it's talking about air fresheners. That was the thorough line, right? But I don't see why that cannot be applied to comic book pages. I just think there's not much of a reason to do it compared to video. Simply because comics just do not make money. Whereas video does, right? And if you could stream forever on Twitch and you can have 700 people at a time watching it forever, you will be making money off of you're talking about passive income. It doesn't get more passive than that. So you don't get much more of a turnkey operation than that. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't really want to focus on that all the time. I just don't know. Wish I had something else interesting, folks. I don't even remember what I titled this. It was about number 4, and we talked about that right at the beginning. I don't really have much else to do there, sadly, or to talk about there anyway. It's just moving along. It's finished. We got our beta reads in. And so I'm just waiting for contact with the pre-press guy or to have to find a new one, which would be very depressing, but he's usually pretty good. So as long as everything's chill, it should be fine. Just a lawsuit. It's not criminal charges. That's great. Okay, sorry. Alright, well, I don't mind hanging out. There's just not much else to it, I guess. Still crazy. Still crazy. Oh, what'd you hear this time? So I was listening to that. Working on 700 videos on this channel. It's crazy to me. And like 95%, well, maybe, probably about 90% at least. Maybe 95% are live streams. Crazy to me. Put down a lot of content. Means there are literally thousands of hours of content on this channel. Thousands of hours of my life poured onto this thing. It's insane to me that I've actually been able to stick with it that long. All part of the work, though. All part of the work. Oh, there's a couple more of those to upload since that, actually. And some of them actually, like, get some numbers through the Shorts algorithm. Mainly the tracker stuff, believe it or not. Wow, it's been almost 8 months since I've done a IronVerse quick crazy. Been a long time since I've done an IronVerse interview. This is organized by views, not by date, so I'm not sure. And then when you do videos, it just does the last upload. So I guess 2 months ago was the last one I did. One of the more edited things, like this one, which was just me recording and talking, right? And then, yeah, I stopped doing that for a while because AI art actually became something crazy within that year, which is funny to me. I was ahead of that, using way inferior technology. That would be the word. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did download that now. I'm kind of curious if it'll stream. Sure, let's see. What would I need to take that off, put this on? Oh, but I can't. Yeah, okay, no, that won't work. Needs to be mouse and keyboard. Yeah, man. I like having a point with these streams, and I don't have one today. Or at least the ones I did hit weren't great. I could knock that out. I think that's it, though. Sure is content I put down here, isn't it? I wouldn't say entertainment, I'd say content. Let me see, was there something? Probably not. Is there no, it's not. Oh, it's just a fade out. Got it. Whoa. Oh, that's fucking loud. Excuse me on that one. Just saving a video and ended up screaming at us there. Yeah, sure, let me do this again. Oh, there's that. Yeah, let me Let's see if I can get a better version of that though. Skip track.
As you wish.
Yeah, see, I'm not an entertainer. That's a big one. I just keep thinking about that. I think that's a large part of these things, right? Like, I don't. Even when I come in with a plan, right? Like my Elden Ring bare-fisted challenge, right? Like, that
Eliza
was.
barked,
Exactly.
said,
Exactly.
dance for me, monkey boy.
She still sounds a little drunk. Yeah, that's a bit like I'm not an entertainer. I'm not. I damn well wish I was in a lot of ways. I don't even know how I would start. Come to think of it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, I've tried things. There are things I have tried. I can sometimes be informative, but I don't think I'm entertaining about it. Like, I have this whole shell I put around this, right? And a lot of it's these images, but the music, the vibes I put out, right? Like, that's all unnecessary for an entertainer. It's crazy. I just don't have that.
Eliza
I
barked,
just don't have that.
said, we just need to put a fez on you and we can make you a guru.
Can't do fezzes. Cannot do fezzes. The closest you're gonna get on this channel.
Eliza barked,
Can't do fezzes.
said, those trees look like waves.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, there's a hat. Oh, look, silly hat. It's funny. Yeah. I mean, I could comment on AI art streams again, but it's just me being like blown away that that's a thing and worried about how quickly it became a thing. It's crazy, and like a large part of this, like the last at least half hour of the stream, is me just trying to figure out what to do with it. Not bueno. Not bueno. Some folks, again, they use video games as the medium, right? So they're constantly interacting with something. There's something to comment upon. There's that kind of stuff. And I've done much of that as well, but I don't even think that was very entertaining. Yeah, not an entertainer. So this is, you want devlogs, you want like that kind of feel. Yeah, this is a channel for you. You want a time sink? Yeah, that's also that. But is it valuable? Does it enrich? It's also shadowing my face pretty good. Yeah, I guess I could just call it. I can come back with like a game stream, I guess, if I really want to. I don't even know what I'd do then. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, let's see if there's something in here worth a second or two. Skip track. I know that track quite well. Skip track.
As you wish.
Don't recognize this one so much. Oh, it's probably from Blood Dragon. That's why. Oh yeah, I can't because of that. Yeah. No, I can't. There are other things, right? Like I could edit together a new trailer. Um, or some such, and we're about there with the amount of animations we have. Yeah, I could make something pretty nice. What I'd like, honestly, is I need more. I need some recluse animations. And I think that's the next focus. I just wanted one for the issue 4 cover, just so I can get ahead of that. Then use it as advertising, right? Try and get folks to check it out, because I'm hoping very shortly after 4's out to backers digitally, I would like to release it on Global Comics as a completely paywalled issue and see what happens. Did that, something like that, with issue number 3, and the view count is way down, but I've made dollars, full dollars off of issue number 3. So, I don't know. It'd just be nice to reinvigorate my presence on that site right now, because for a good chunk of time there, I was the top dog in sci-fi on that. But now the competition is crazy. I mean, Spawn's on there now. All of Spawn. Like, there was a very good period in Global Comics history where, and it's still there. There's a lot of single indie creators who are still punching above the large companies' weight. But now the game's a little uneven. So I'm less stoked about the platform than I was before, but at the same time, the opportunities have increased because of those larger publishers going on it. So I can't quite say. Skip chat? Skip. Well, thanks. I did not say the correct thing, but he did it anyway. That's funny. I'll take it. I went to this thing. Oh, what else you got? Yeah, I think I'll hold out to 2 hours, and I'll probably call it unless something actually occurs. Give me something fun. Interesting track, but no. Sure, let's go with this track. Oh, let me, yeah, sure, let me see if I can find that. See. Oh, I've never thought of this before. Let's see. No. Oh, that's where I wanted to look. Goofball. Okay, it's fine. There's another thing I'm kind of curious is if it's gonna get hit or not. Actually, let's do that too. What the heck is that's in my music folder? Even though it is not music. Oh wow, I don't have that pinned anymore. Interesting. Let's go here then. Here. Here. Oh, and then let me make sure it's pinned first. I just want to pin it. Yes. Okay, pinned. What is that called? Ah, that's what it's called. Let's go. Let's go here. This is old, and it's very hard to find. Maestro?
Here to serve.
Thank you, sir.
Knowledge Products presents The Giants of Philosophy, narrated by Charlton Heston. This is take number 1 on Baruch Spinoza.
There you go. You guys can listen to that while I dick around for the next 10 minutes.
The elders of the Jewish synagogue in Amsterdam pronounced the following judgment.
With the judgment of the angels and the saints, we excommunicate, cut off, curse, and
Curse.
baptize Baruch de Espinosa. With the anathema wherewith Joshua cursed Jericho, with the curse which Elisha laid upon the children, and with all the curses which are written in the law. Cursed be he by day, and cursed be he by night.
Forgot that's how this was started.
Cursed be he in sleeping,
Lots of cursed.
cursed be he in waking. Cursed in going out, and cursed in coming in.
Cursed always would have saved some time.
The fury of the Lord shall henceforth be kindled against this man, and he shall lay upon him all the curses which are written in the book of the law. The Lord shall destroy his name under the sun, and cut him off for his undoing from all the tribes of Israel. And we warn you that none may speak with him by word of mouth,
It's been over a
nor by writing, nor show any favor to him, nor be under one roof with him, nor come within 4 cubits of him, nor read any papers composed or written by him.
They sure were serious, weren't they?
Amsterdam synagogue excommunicated the brightest young man in their community. His ideas were too heretical, too new and dangerous for them, so they severed their relationship with him forever. At the age of 24, Spinoza was irrevocably cut off from his family and from the community where he'd grown up, studied, worked, and worshipped. What were these ideas of his which provoked the temple elders to such drastic measures? Well, they were ideas about God and nature, about the Bible and politics, about how human beings ought to live, and about the greatest joy we can aspire to. They're timeless ideas. They've influenced serious thinkers for centuries. Though they cost Spinoza his place in the community, they've earned for him a place in the permanent roster of truly profound and original philosophers. Different ages have understood Spinoza's ideas in very different ways. For example, in the 18th century, he was referred to as an infamous atheist. In the 19th century, the German author Novalis said of him,
Spinoza was a God-intoxicated man.
because of his carefully logical, rational way of thinking, scientists have often found Spinoza to be appealing. Einstein, for example, called himself a disciple of Spinoza. On the other hand, romantic poets have also found in him a kindred spirit. Coleridge and Goethe, Matthew Arnold and Heinrich Heine, all have praised the sensitivity and beauty of his thought. Goethe wrote, for example,
I hurried back again and again to those works of his to which I was so indebted. The same air of peace blew over me. I gave myself over to the reading of Spinoza. And while I thereby looked upon
Very
myself,
curious if this still has
I
like a
believed
claim.
that I had never looked
So we'll just let it go for a while.
such clarity.
At least another 4 minutes.
What kind of philosophy could appeal so deeply both to analytically minded scientists
Weird, okay.
Eliza Barr
visionaries and poets?
said,
What kind of theology
"What
could
is
provoke
going on in
charges
this
both of
stream
atheism
Aurora
and
Borealis at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your stream?"
Sure, let's do that. Sure, we can just cram shit together right now. There's no reason not to.
Spinoza was born in 1632 in the bustling city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Perhaps no other city of that time was
Oh,
quite as
God,
vital,
this has
quite
ads
as
too.
prosperous or quite as progressive. 17th century Amsterdam
Ross.
was home
Oh,
to
yeah,
Rembrandt,
there
a
we go.
neighbor of Spinoza's. It was also home
Thanks
to
for the
Leeuwenhoek,
lunch.
Display screen.
inventor of the
You're
microscope,
welcome,
and to
Chalmers.
Christian Huygens,
It
the
was
famous mathematician and
Have a
physicist.
good day.
Commerce
There you
was
go.
king. The harbor was filled with
We'll
trading
just
ships.
go
which
ahead
bound
and do it
distant
that way.
lands laden
We'll
with
knock its
exotic
frame rate
goods.
down too, just for the hell of it.
Amsterdam was also a center for free trade in ideas, at least by the standards of the time.
There you go.
In fact, the city's
This is the
tolerance
stream
and religious
now.
diversity led Spinoza's parents to settle there when they were forced to
We'll
leave
have
their
AI.
native
Ah, I
Portugal.
missed my coffee.
Spinozas were Jewish.
Picked it
The
up.
Catholic Inquisition
No
of
coffee.
the Jews in Spain and Portugal.
I do have fruit juice. Let's go with that.
Christianity, death, or exile. The families of Michael and Hanna Deborah de Spinoza chose exile, sailed to Amsterdam, and settled into the city's sizable Jewish enclave.
There we
Michael
go.
and Hanna Deborah chose the name Baruch for their son, a name which means blessed.
Eliza Barr
Baruch
said,
Spinoza was educated
"Why,
in
you
the
could
Jewish
just
boys'
hold
school.
Shaman King up
He
and not
started
do
becoming a
anything
rabbi.
else for 3
But
more
as his
minutes and
studies
it would be
progressed,
an
he became
improvement over
less and
this
less convinced
LUL."
by his teacher's
No, it would.
interpretation of the Hebrew
No, that's true. I
scriptures
could.
and commentary.
But that's in another room. I have to
Sharpened
get
his
up.
mind to a
How dare
fine
you?
edge through the study of these works,
Assert
but he was not
that I
satisfied.
should get up and go get something.
As a teenager,
No, I
Spinoza
could
became
discuss that as
curious
well,
about
but
other ideas.
this is
He
crazy.
undertook to learn Latin.
I'll
and
take
so
insanity.
To also study the works of Christian and secular thinkers.
So we'll
At
just
the time,
we'll just
almost
live
all
in
such
this
works
for
were
2 more
written in
minutes.
Latin. However, these interests on the part of
I'm
the
just
young
curious
man
if Charlton
seemed a
Heston's
little
like voice
suspect
gets
in his
hit,
understanding.
or
Latin, in addition to
this
being the universal
out
language
of
the learned,
very long out
also
of
was the
print
clerical language of the hated Inquisition. The more Spinoza studied the
series
works of
gets
other
hit. I'm very
philosophers and
curious.
theologians, the more his thinking
Because
differed
if
from
not,
his teachers in his
then
theology.
it's an alternative for
Perhaps it
me
was inevitable
for
that his
art
own
streams
unorthodox
when I
ideas
start
were the
those up
beginning of
again.
conflict
Part of my problem with the
within
art
Jewish
stream
community.
is my lighting
He
is
was
now
offered
crap,
the chance to recant his heresies, but
where I
refused
can
to
film.
compromise.
So I've got to figure
So,
out
just as his parents had been forced into
if
exile
I
from Portugal
could
because they wouldn't
either
abandon
stream
their
from
religious
a
beliefs,
laptop
so
in
Spinoza
another
was
room
exiled
and
from
work out
Lisbon
it there,
for refusing to
or
relinquish
if I
his
need to get a
philosophical
different lamp.
communication.
I meant to get like an actual
After his excommunication
Eliza
at the
Barr
age of 24,
light bulb,
said,
Spinoza changed
but
his
no.
first name,
"Classic
Baruch,
art stream
to his Latin
content is to
equivalent,
listen to
Benedictus.
Bigfoot
He lived a
podcasts."
Oh, that's
quiet life,
funny. That's
talking
funny.
sometimes with a group of Protestant
I can see that.
Christians,
I can see that.
unorthodox like himself. He exchanged
Believe
letters
in
with
yourself,
important
even if
businessmen,
no one
philosophers,
believes in
and
you,
scientists who showed an interest in
or
his
what
ideas.
have you. Right? That's
An early biographer,
Bigfoot.
Coleridge,
That's his
provides
most
the
famous
following
quote.
description of his appearance as a young man.
He was of a middle size.
Middle
He had good
size.
features in his face.
Good
The skin
features.
somewhat black. The hair dark and curly.
Her
the
definition of
eyebrows
black was
long
probably
and black,
different
so
than what
that one
we'd
might
think.
easily know by his looks that he was descended from Portuguese Jews. As for his clothes, he was very careless of them, and they were not better than those of the meanest citizen. One of the most eminent councillors of state went to see him and found him in a very untidy morning gown. Whereupon
See, here's the thing. I find this hilarious.
approached him for it and
That's
offered him
part of why this is happening.
Spinoza
It's
answered
pretty
him
funny to
that
me.
a man was never the better for having a fine gown.
Still just talking about the man. I want to talk about the thoughts, but that's enough of the Spinoza. It's about 10 minutes of it. So if it's gonna get hit, it's gonna get hit.
Eliza Barr said, "Well, Cody, you are an odd fellow, but I must say you steam a good ham."
I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, Skinner, is that smoke coming from your house?
Bye. Yeah, there it is. So that's a steamed ham right there. This is the worst one. Oh, the news is off. I like the news. Probably is one of my favorites. What was Infinite TV? Oh, what's this one now? It was Big Bang Theory when I started it, but then it had switched over to Infinite Star Trek.
recording.
Captain's log.
It's
started
Infinite Star Trek.
696.9. Today is a very good day. I have decided to act a bit cheeky and have some fun. We are en route to
Cheeky.
the planet Redel to take part in their annual diplomatic conference. Although these conferences can be tedious, I am looking forward to the opportunity to flex my diplomatic skills and perhaps even have a bit of excitement. And what?
It look.
Captain, we have received a distress
He's beta
signal from a
now.
nearby vessel. It appears to be a small cargo ship with a damaged engine. They are requesting immediate assistance.
See, the voice technology isn't as accurate on this one, but it is working towards it. As you see, it kind of sounds. That's interesting. Interesting. Oh, the other guy is off. Did he get taken off? Oh, he might have been. Yeah, no, he must have. Oh, one of the AI must have done something stupid. The super accurate one that I showed first, it must have got knocked off. That does happen. And then there's this one, which has been going on forever, like nobody watches. Is this? No, the news is still here. The news still. So what was this one? It wasn't news. I don't remember. Yeah, Infinite Star Trek. Terrible.
But we can make the necessary repairs.
It is
It will
working
take
that
some
way, doesn't
time,
it? Yeah.
but we can definitely get them up and running
Listen
again.
to that. That's crazy. It's working towards where.
Welcome, Ambassador. I'm pleased to have you here as we work towards a more peaceful
this
future
is
between
working.
our peoples.
It's working towards him as well.
All right, we're almost done here. Let's give it one last try.
All right. Anyway, it's been 2 hours. I don't have anything else to add. I wish I did. We didn't accomplish everything, but the main thing I wanted to accomplish is still complicated, and I don't know if I can do it correctly on stream. But it is something I need to finish today if I can. Maestro? Fine, don't listen to me when I need you. I'll just do it myself. Nope, no, nothing there. Okay. Oh, there it is. How much is it? That would be maybe a good ad. That's actually correct. Oh. All right. I guess I should give up at some point. Just interesting. When I actually have time to stream, it's the wrong time to stream. It's weird. Like tomorrow, I probably will try again, and then I'll have like a specific time I gotta go, and folks will show up. It's weird. I think Wednesdays are a better day than Tuesdays. Sometimes I've noticed early mornings are better than mid-morning or early afternoons. And the fact that I'm not consistent is great. That's probably the biggest one. Like, it probably wouldn't even matter so much what time, as long as I was consistent about that time, right? Like, that's a big one. But asking me to be consistent, that. Good luck with that. So yeah, that's how it goes. I appreciate you, Lazbar. You hung out this whole time even with the crazy stuff. Crazy. Yeah, it's time for me. So I appreciate you, folks. Thank you so much. Yada yada. If somehow you watch this later and got this far, you are a better man than I, better person than I, stronger, more willful individual than I. Thank you, folks, for joining me. And vaya con Dios. Adios. Yada, yada, yada. Later on.
Thank you.